So I just finished checking out the trailer for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey because they finally put out a real trailer for the movie. And I'm kind of torn here because as somebody who occasionally watches slasher movies and short films on here, regardless if it's horror or just a short film about real life, I honestly don't think it's going to be a bad product, to be honest with you. But here's the problem. The only reason people really are going to end up watching this is because it has a familiar brand name in the title. So it really goes to show you that this is really just an attempt to make a cash grab by using a well-known brand name in the title, which really kind of undermines this particular bit of work, because from what they showed in the trailer, I think that this actually is a decent product. Like, you can tell that this is not a multi-million dollar movie, alright? This was probably something that they made for I don't know, 30, 40,000. And now these days you can do a lot with that, but at the same time you can blow it really easily. But from what I've seen in there, again, it really feels like a decent effort. Like the wood setup that they had there, yeah, it's a little cheesy, but they're using the lighting and limited space to fairly decent effect from what the trailer shows. There's a bit where one female character gets kind of freaked out for whatever reason as she falls into the pool. You have multiple colors going on in that scene. Yes, it makes it seem like that there's a lot going on, but if anyone reads DC comics regularly, which I don't that much to be honest with you, I'm more of a Marvel guy, hey, that's just how I am, and the art has something to do with it, you'll see that they use those color schemes to great effect a lot of the time. Watchmen is a prime example of that, where at night, instead of it being black or blue in the sky with the yellow hue, you've got purples interacting with the yellow. There's a style to that that attracts a lot of people, and the film Punisher Warzone used a lot of color schemes to that effect. It didn't look as real, but that has the ability to attract a certain niche of people. Huh? So, I can point out multiple things about this that actually could be decent, but again, we're really only talking about this thing so much because it's a well-known product, even though the original product is not totally that well known, because so many people think that Winnie the Pooh was created by Disney, and instead of being characters that were adopted from various short stories written for kids about 30 to 50 years before the animated movie came out. You know? Just like how a lot of people think that Ben-Hur, the original work, is the Charlton Heston movie, when that isn't the original work, let alone the first movie of Ben-Hur. So, huh? But this isn't going to be Winnie the Pooh, it's going to be a horror movie that just happens to have Winnie the Pooh in it. The third Halloween movie. I've never watched that movie because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. But the only reason that so many people know about Halloween Free Season of the Witch is because it has Halloween in the title. Now, granted, that was because originally Halloween was supposed to be an anthology series, but that's an example of something being put into the franchise and being the black sheep, albeit unintentional in this case, because it has a well-known brand name in the title that comes with something else. The Voltron franchise. Vehicle Voltron feels out of place because it follows a different group of characters, even though that was the original goal of the franchise, to adapt 3 different shows, but because the first one was so popular and the second one wasn't popular, they just decided to scrap the third one, go back to the first one, film a little more, and then call it good. Hmm? It's just, yeah. The individual products in all of those situations, they actually attract a lot of fans, but the problem is, because it's so out of place compared to everything else, it gets a bad rap. And like, I, by no stretch of the imagination, am a fan of taking like a child's product and making it, dark, but people are going to do that, because I mean, like, if they're going to take, the comic strip Calvin and Hobbes, which has no real merchandising besides a calendar and like two other things, if I recall correctly, and then make original bumper stickers that show the character, who, albeit is like an 8-year-old kid, like peeing on it. This is just what people are going to do when they have the ability to do things. Because, like, the original work of Ben-Hur, that's under the public domain. War of the Worlds, that's been in public domain for freaking forever, and we've had multiple works created for that since it's been put into public domain, but because there's a high enough respect for those things, no public domain work has really surfaced to, media attention. This particular work just happened to get really lucky, and bam! People are just talking all about it. Like, this video's 7 minutes, and let's be honest with you, I've been repeating myself for a decent amount of this video. Huh? Like, I probably am not even going to make a full-on review for, this movie, because I'd just be repeating what I'm saying here. It has a lot of great stuff for a horror movie, but we're only watching it because it has Winnie the Pooh in the title. That's kind of bad when the only reason you're watching it is the title. Don't you think? Right. So since I think that I'm definitely repeating myself at this stage, I'm going to call this video short. But I'll say that this does not have to be a bad product, but because of the brand name, it's going to be associated with a lot of bad stuff, yeah. Should you see it or not? I leave that up to you.